Closely related to public safety is helping the workers who are at the front lines of responding to emergencies and to violence in our community. The first responders who serve our city have the hardest jobs imaginable. If you're a sworn police officer, you are running into danger and hoping that you get to see your family when your shift is done. If you are a firefighter, you're spending 24 hours, maybe even 48 or 72 hours straight on a rig, making sure that when there's a health emergency or a fire, you're ready to respond. I thank those public safety first responders immensely. And how can we forget about our lifeguards? We have more tourism at our beaches than almost anywhere in California, and our lifeguards are year-round working to save people's lives, making sure they're safe, making sure that when there's danger at our beach, we can save people, and they have thousands of rescues a year, so we thank them as well. Now, supporting them through their wages and their benefits is a huge thing. We've been giving raises to our first responders as best we can, and they have shown that they are up to the task. We are the safest big city in America, and the data, you cannot deny it. Our violent crime is lower now than it was last decade, and that is thanks to the good work of our first responders. Now let's talk about EMTs. City of San Diego, in the early part of our first term, entered into a new agreement with Falk to have ambulances, and we have pushed hard to make sure that Falk pays those EMTs so that we can staff up and have really good response times when it comes to our ambulances, and we've seen those response times improved over the last several years. A couple of things that we've also done to support our police officers specifically has been to open up a substation in Navajo thanks to the Smith family that generously provided some office space for officers to be able to take a break, write the reports right here in the community instead of having to go back to their substation in Serra Mesa. And we really thank the Smith family and Eldorado Properties for that. On top of that, we opened up a child care facility for the first time. It is a national leader right here in San Diego at the Murphy Canyon Training Center. Police officers and other employees who work for the police department can drop off their kids when they are going into their shifts. It is a national model, and other departments have called us to figure out how they can do that right there in their cities. One of the things I love to do is ride-alongs with our firefighters, with our police officers and lifeguards. Things like a 24-hour ride-along with our firefighters, so I can see just what they're doing every single day, late into the night. When we get woken up by an alarm at 3 in the morning, I jump on the rig with them and go out there to see just how hard they're working. And it really gives me appreciation and the ability to communicate to the public just how heroic they are. Same with our police officers. Going on a 9 p.m. to 6 a.m. ride-along in the dead of night, seeing what they're having to do, the dangers they face, and working with our lifeguards in the middle of the summer where we go to a beach and sit there for hours and hours and hours, seeing how many times they gotta inform the public of how to be safer or jump out there with their buoy and help someone who's struggling to get back to shore. Really gives me a perspective on how we can put in policies, procedures, and give them better wages and benefits to continue to recruit and retain them. Our lifeguards, our police officers, our firefighters, we are indebted to them, and I thank them incredibly on behalf of the public. We all know how hard they work, the fact that their lives are in danger, the fact that they get injured on the job more than any other city employee. We really do have to take care of them and make sure they feel appreciated.